Hi everyone, I'm Ebony and welcome to my channel. This is my very first Flosstube, so please bear with me, I'm really nervous. And I've got my notes down here, so if I look down loads and I say a lot of then just please bear with me. There we go. I'm going to do a WIP parade today, so you get to know me, my stitching, see what I like to do. But first I want to tell you a bit about myself. I'm 28, I live in the northwest of England in a town just outside of Manchester with my son and my husband. I started stitching February 21. I think it was just after lockdown, and I'd already got into a few other crafts, and then I found cross stitch and just a rabbit hole. You all know what it's like. So yeah, I've just never stopped since then. I've got towers of whips everywhere, so we're just gonna get stuck right in. Try and tidy up as we go as well. I have a mixture of full coverage, non-full coverage, so hopefully there is something for everyone. Let me just get my spreadsheet ready. We'll start with my focus piece for this year. This one is a gift for one of my sisters, and I started this in November 21, so I was stitching for what, 6-7 months before I started a full coverage, and at first I did really struggle, but now obviously I love full coverage. All my whips, most of my whips are full coverage. This one's done on 28 count 1/1 full cross. All my full coverage are 1/1 full cross. I am at 84.58%, and I'm hoping to have this one finished by September so I can get it framed at the Ladybird crew retreat. So this is it. Ooh, can I get it all in? I love it. It's not my usual style, but I've really enjoyed it. There's so much detail. And I'm just right at the bottom now. So I'll finish off his mouth. And most of this is all background. But them whiskers, let me see if I can show you. These whiskers here where I am now, oh, they're killing me. This side wasn't as bad, but this side is where the light's hitting. So it's all light colours. But it is amazing. I love it. So if I get this finished by September, I will be getting it framed. And yes, my first full coverage, and hopefully my first full coverage finish this year. So that'll be amazing. Oh, now I've got to figure out where to put everything, so we don't make too much of a mess. Oh, actually, I should have shown you, I had 2 finishes last month, so I want to show you those. This one is, I think it's called Pumpkin Colour Autumn. It's by Al Forest Embroidery. And this is 40 count fabric from Maiden at Coffee Craft Fabrics. And I just picked my own colours because I didn't want to get the threads shipped over. It's a free chart as well, so yes, I really like it. The white doesn't show up quite as much as I'd like, but it does what it needs to do. It's really pretty, this one. So if anyone is interested in overdyed colours, I think these are all classic colour works, so easy to get hold of and not shipped from Russia. So there's that one that I finished last month. Is there anything I forgot to say about that? No, I don't think so. And then the other finish I had was this one. This is from, I think it's Curie E Batticuore or something like that. She's Italian. And this one's called Goodnight. Oh no, this one's called Santa and the Pea. And my favourite fairy tale is Princess and the Pea. So when I seen this one, I had to do it. Look at the reindeer. And he's got a pea under all his mattresses. So cute. And then Santa, obviously, he's just got out of bed. Oh, there's a thread on there as well. But yeah, another finish. It's not really my style anymore, but I still like it. I still wanted to finish it. So there's some in my WIP pile that they're not necessarily my style anymore, but I do want to finish them. I don't want to just give up on them. This one's done on 32 count pearl grey even weave by Zweigart, using all the code for DMCs. That's a cute one that needs to be FFO'd, ready for Christmas. Another one that isn't my style again, we'll get a few of these out of the way. And this is by Cottage Needleworks, and it's the Glitter Village. And there's all these little charts. And I used to love this. Like every time I see someone stitching it, I just really wanted to stitch it, and I started it. But I feel like I waited too long to start it. Sometimes I have things kitted up, and then by the time I get round to them, I'm not that interested anymore. But I am on, how many have I done? 1, 2, I've done 3 houses, and I'm working on this number 3. I've gone out of order. Oh, there's glare. Let's see. So this one's done on 32 count Desert Opalescent Even Weave by Zweigart, using some of the called for Classic Colourworks, and then where I've not used those, I've used the called for DMC. And the Krynic is different. I think I'm using, what am I using? I think it's 32. Should have had this ready. I'm using number 4 braid 221. So I'm using that. It's more like a rose gold rather than the real gold that they want you to use. But here I am so far. The number 1, number 2 and number 4 down here are all complete. I'm just working on number 3. So I've been using this as like a travel project. And I don't really like stitching with 2 threads anymore. I think that's a lot of it, because I still love this piece. Like, I think it's just so pretty. I love the colour scheme. But 2 threads, after stitching with 1 for quite a while, I just feel like 2 makes it, it's just harder to get them to lay right and stuff like that. So I'm going to finish it, and I don't know if I'll fully finish it, because a lot of mine are in a box, the box of shame, so we'll see. Right, this is our first full coverage. This one is called Water Nymph. I know we've had a full coverage actually, haven't we? This one's called Water Nymph. It's charted by Lindsay at Blushing Pink Stitches, and it's huge. This one is 436,000 stitches, and then a bit more. I'll show you the mock-up. I just think it's so pretty. Oh, you can see my laptop there. Yeah, I think it's so pretty. The colours. I mean, I didn't realise it was that big, because I never probably would have done it, but it's gorgeous. This one's 25 count 1/1. I think all the rest now are 25 count of the full coverage ones. And this one's at 2.57%. And it's still in the queues now because I've just finished working on it. So I've done page 1, and now I'm like halfway through page 2. There is a lot of 939 in this one and 823. But yeah, being in the background, it's easy stitching really, so sometimes it's nice just to give your brain a bit of a rest and not have to count too much confetti. What's this one? Oh, this one talking of Lindsay, she's just started this one. I love, love, love. This is Stained Glass Butterfly by Pink Lily Patterns, I think it is. I'll show you the mock-up of that one. So pretty. I just love the colours in this one. The blues and the pinks, it's just so me. This one, where is it? So this one's got just over 200,000 stitches, so a bit smaller. Well, half the size of the last one. And it is currently at 1.25%. Oh, look at the colours. It's coming up so nicely already. For 1%, I'm really happy with the colours and the way it's like blending. There is quite a bit of blending in these petals up here, so I love that one. And it's not humongous for me. So there is that one. And I will be folding as I put away. I won't put them in the bags, but I don't want too much cleaning up afterwards. Sorry, I keep looking at the screen and I know I should be looking at the camera, but I'm distracting myself. If you know anything about me, you know I get distracted. So, yes, forgive me for looking in the wrong place. I'm still doing it. This next one is called Stained Glass Orca. And this is from Sharova Creations, I think, on Etsy. And this is another one from my sister, but it's not a focus. So yeah, it's really pretty. I love blue. And I love whales as well. I love whales. So there is that one. And this one is 106,000 in total. And I'm at 2%. And with this one, which I've never done before with any stitch at all, is I'm doing all the 310 first. There is a lot of 310. How many? Let's find out. So these 30,000 stitches in 310. So I have just been picking it up. This fabric's too big because it ends here. So I've just been picking it up, doing a few hundred stitches in 310. I've not even kitted this one up. It literally just has 310 in the bag. That's all coming out. So it's just tons of 310 ready to go. And I am trying to get the outlines done, so then when I pick it up, I can just fill it in as I go. But that one should be pretty. I've not worked on this one for ages, so I'll explain a bit later as well how I do my rotation. My new rotation. I change my rotation all the time, so I'm still trying to figure out how best to work with so many whips, how to get, because I like a lot of progress. I'm not particularly bothered about it being finished, but I do like to see big chunks of progress. I don't like to bring it out just for one day. I'd rather have it out for like a week and then put it away. So I'm trying to figure out how to fit it all in. The next one is a kit from Luca S, and it is called Wildlife of Predator. And this one, I love it. I love the colours. I love tigers. It's so pretty. So this kit comes already like pre-sorted. I've barely done any of this. And all this in the background, the white, is stitched, and I am stitching it because I didn't want the watercolour to look funny with no stitches next to it. So I went up to the white, and then I think that's why I put it away, because I couldn't see any progress. Let's see if you can see it. I'm stitching this on the kit HAED, 16 count it is, and the kit Flosstubers see if you can see. You can see like the texture of the stitches. So I worked my way up here. Started in the middle, and then I worked my way up and over to the corner to do the white stitches, which you can't see, maybe. So yeah, I'd like to get this one out more, but the white stitches, I don't know why I went up into the corner, but if I leave it till last, I won't do it, and then it will just never get finished. So we'll see. We'll see. Put that one under there. I don't know why I'm putting all these, because I'm running out of space already. Right, let's do a non-full coverage. We have Maiden of, let's see what it's called, Tubbataha. That's probably not how you say it, but that's what we're going with. I have got something stuck on this. Well, the wrapper, and it took some of the picture off. I was gutted. But she's so pretty. I love her. Oh my gosh. I bought this at the retreat last year, September. At the Ladybird retreat, Hawkins Hobbies were there. So I bought just the pattern and then I kitted it up myself. And this is on a piece of fabric from Maiden at Coffee Craft Fabrics that I got, I think, from one of her fabric Super Sundays, I think it's called. And it's just a really pretty blue with bits of purple running through it. It's 28 count. And I am doing the skin 1/1. Can you see that? But she's so pretty. So I started this one in the middle, and I just worked my way up in a thin line, and got all the way up and started on this crown. I think it is. It's like a coral crown. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna have enough room because there is some back stitching up here with beads, so it might be a tight squeeze for framing, but oh, I love it. I love the fabric. Maiden does really nice fabrics, but she doesn't name them, so I think they're like one of a kind, one and done. I don't think she has a regular line. I think she just does them and then puts them up on Facebook. And I think she goes to retreats and stuff too, so if you ever get a chance to get any of her fabric, get it, it's so nice. Do one more from this pile. This is another one from the retreat. I started, which one is this? Gothic House by Nora Corbett. It's part of the Village series. I love these. I do have the Victorian house as a full kit, well, without the fabric, but I'm not sure I'm going to stitch that one because I have this fabric and it is 28 count Zephyr by Chromatic Alchemy, and I love it on this fabric, but it's only going to fit 2 of the houses. So there it is, what I've done so far. I've started on the beads. I'll do them as I go because it all fits inside the Q-snap. So I'm not worried about them being crushed or anything like that. But there's enough room for like one other house underneath. And I think it's called Mr. Darcy's house or Mr. Darby's house, I can't remember. I love that one more, so I think I might stitch that one and then just de-stash the other kit, or maybe do it on a different piece of fabric or something. But that's that one. And it's only got like, I think 5 floss colours. One's a water lily. Oh, and then it's got 3 crynecks. But it's really pretty, that one. I love that one. That's another thing I keep saying. That one, that one, that one. Right. I feel like I'm forgetting some of the information. So we'll have to see. But if you're all like, well, if anyone watches it, but if anyone's like, oh, what count was this or what colour was that, just ask me because I've probably forgot to say a ton because like I said, I am really nervous. Already at 20 minutes and I've still got quite a few to go through, so let's see how we go. This one is another full coverage. It's on 25 count, 1/1. It is from Contemporary Cross. I think it's called Contemporary Cross. Where is it? Yeah, it's from Contemporary Cross and it's called... Oh, that's what I forgot. I didn't tell you the artists. I'll have to do them next time. I'll do them from now on. It's called Sweet Summertime and the artist is Andrea Lavery. I think it is. Zoom in. And it's this. And I love this one. It's my favourite picture, but not my favourite stitch. Because some of them are stitch, even though they're not my aesthetic. Just because they look fun. But this one is my aesthetic. I love it. This one's at 3.18% and it has a total stitch count of 250,000. So this is where I am. I start pretty much all of mine in the top left corner. So we're just in the top left. Really pretty. I love how they get the effect of the brush strokes. But it does mean quite a lot of confetti, so... But I love that one. What am I forgetting about that one? Because I know I'm forgetting something. I don't know. Like I said, whatever I forget, I forget. And if you need to know any more, just ask me. The next 4 are from the same artist. And the artist's name... I'm going to butcher. So, let's see. Isabella Carol... Oh my God. It's worse when I try and say it out loud. Isabella Carol Wicks. I think it's like a Polish name. And it's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. So the next 4. The first one is called Gentle Breeze. Let's get the mock up. And these are very my home decor style. Muted colours in like a neutral, as you can see behind me, pretty much everything's neutral. So these would go perfectly in my house. That one's Gentle Breeze. Yeah, that one's Gentle Breeze. And this one... Oh, so I've not been telling you when I start them either. Oh, God. This one I started on the 8th of January this year. It's at 2.03% with a total stitch count of 296,000 stitches. And I'm just in the top left corner. In the shadows is like a building, a tall building. And then there's just some colour coming in now where I think there are flowers on the balconies going down. But this one is so heavy with confetti. I think last time I brought it out, I think I did a day and put it away. But I really like the finished picture. It's usually the way I either like the finished picture and don't like stitching it, or I don't particularly love the finished picture, but I love stitching it. So, but I do want to get that one finished, because when we move house, we're going to buy a house, hopefully in the next couple of years. And I'd love to have some stitching on the walls. The next one is by the same artist, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and this one is called Grace. This is my favourite. I say that about every single one. Oh my God, I love her. Sorry about the reflections as well. So pretty. I love pink. And she's like the same skin tone as me, almost. So I think that was another thing that I loved. And this one, where is she? Started on the 2nd of December 2023. I'm at 6.66%. and has a total stitch count of 257,600. So I've done the first page, and this is like the end of the second page, so I just need to fill in the back of her head here, and that will be that second page finished. So I do stitch cross country, but I try and work by page, just because with so many large projects it's easy to get overwhelmed, I find. So if I work in a page, I just think, right, well, I've just got this page to do, and it doesn't seem like such a big job. But I love that one. Her face is coming out so nice as well. I was worried about that when I first started it. It was like really dark orangey colours, and I thought, oh my gosh. But the shading that goes down to her cheekbone, I just think it looks amazing. There's a lot of background in this one as well, so it's really easy. There's that. Same artist. This one's a mini. This one is Mini City Life New York. And these are quite pixelated, but I'm going to go with them. They're only going to be small. But I quite like, it kind of looks like an abstract painting, I think. But again, those colours, they go in my house. Do I like stitching with them? Nah, not really. So we'll see with these ones. This one is, like I said, it's a mini. And Mini New York. I started it on the 26th of January. It's now at 3.29% and has a total stitch count of 78,650. So it's a small one. And I've just started up here. And I've been doing the typewriter method on this one. So I think in towers like the Royal Rose, a mixture between the Royal Rose and the typewriter method, and then just carrying my thread wherever it goes. And this one, it all pretty much goes down in lines. So yes, I hope I'm holding it close enough and it's focusing. I feel like I'm really rushing through these, but we'll see. Try not to be too hard on myself. So last one from this artist, Isabella, and then insert surname here, is Mini Paris. Don't know if it's called Mini Paris. Let's have a look. Mini Together in Paris. And the same vibe. It's literally the same colour as my wall. Lots of light colours. And this one's another hard one to stitch. I find it quite hard to concentrate. This one I brought out last month as well. And I did about 600 stitches on it and I just put it away. But we'll see. It's only little. So I think this here is the very bottom of the chart and this is the top. So it is literally like small. And then it's the back. So it will probably be about that big. So I just think just finish it. It's like 8 pages and some of them are partials. So I'm going to stick with it. You can see the buildings coming through at the side. And the flowers. I'm not looking forward to getting to that tree because that is just going to be confetti. Hell. Ooh. Here. All those light colours and confetti. I don't want to put myself off. We'll see when we get there. Let's do non-full coverage. So me and my husband, we got married last year. Oh, look at this bag. It's got the parts. And cover the pattern. XOXO inside. So yeah, we got married last year and I really thought it would be nice to have, I didn't want like a traditional wedding sampler, but I wanted something to have up. And this one I think is really pretty. It's from a magazine, Cross Stitch Favourites. I don't know what are they called? Issue? It's not an episode. I think it's an issue. But I can find out if anyone wants to know. It's from Emma Congdon. It says they lived happily ever after. And then obviously I'll put our initials and the date we got married. I love the colours in this one. Really bright. Let's see where we got to. I think I only worked on this maybe once. I'm just doing this on a white 32 count even weave with the called for colours. And there I am. Oh, it's coming out really pretty. The colours are so pretty. It's really bright. Little bit of back stitching, but not a lot. I've not done any yet, I don't think. No. I need to get back to that one because I did want it finished by the time our first anniversary came round. But when's that, in August? Where are we now? May, June, July, August. 3 months. No, it's not going to be finished. It could be, but it means putting everything that I love aside to get it finished. And I probably won't even FFO it by then anyway, so. Excuse me, I just got a message. It's distracting. Do another full coverage. This one. Oh, I think this one is my favourite. I love this one. It is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's a big one. It's called I See You in My Dreams. Let's get them all up. I was going to try and edit in all the pictures and be like, this is what it's going to look like when it's finished. This is where I was last time, but I'm not brave enough yet. We'll see if this even gets uploaded. I See You in My Dreams by Genovia Art on Heaven and Earth Designs. And oh my gosh, look at that. I want that dress. I want to go on the school run in something like that. It's amazing. I love all the colours. She's pretty. I love the castle in the background. And it's really nice to stitch. It's really bright. Even I'm up here in the background. And it looks quite muted there. And the colours that they call for are really bright. Like bright yellows, bright oranges. So this one, I started on the 13th of January. It's at 1.61% and it has a total stitch count of 421,000. And this is where I am. I'm about halfway through the first page. But look at that yellow. Oh, the light's just gone. It's so pretty. And you start off with pink and that's just seals the deal for me. I love that. It just looks really pretty. I can't wait to get more on this one, but this one is a big. This is like double folded. But yeah. I really want to get back to this one. I could stitch this one all the time, but then I miss my other ones as well, so. But I never want to put that one down. Next is another one from Genovia Art, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's called Magic Roses. I started it 19th of January 2024. It's at 1.83% and it has a stitch count of 328,000. And this is what it looks like when it's all done. So another one with like blues. You can see the reflection of my fridge. Blues, reds, pinks, really pretty. Nothing. This is nothing I would ever hang in my house, but I just had to stitch it Really pretty. And here is where I'm at. Which way does this go now? A couple of parked threads. I'm not really a parker. I used to be, but I park when I'm like, I've had enough of that colour. That's looking really pretty. I love the like fairy lights, how they're coming out. And that's about halfway through the first page. So I tend to work in half pages, which are about 4,000 stitches. So I'll do 4,000, move on, 4,000, move on. But like I said, I'll tell you a bit more about my rotation and my plans after we've got through. There's not that many left, there's just a few left now. This next one is charted by Lindsay at Blush and Pink Stitches. There's so many of hers that I want to stitch, but oh, I just can't stitch them all. This one is called Little Ocean, and it's like a Moana vibe, and Moana is my favourite Disney. As an adult, as a kid it was like Lion King, but as an adult it came out when my son was about 2, and I used to watch it every day and use the excuse that my son loved it. My son did not love it, but I did. So it's called Little Ocean. The artwork, I think it's Morgana Fantasy AI. Yeah, pretty sure. But look at her eyes, those big green eyes. And it's not a typical Moana, it's like a different take on it. And she reminds me of my niece. So, this one I started the 17th of January this year. I'm at 2.72% and it's got a total of 200,000 stitches. I'm just at the top in the her like head garland thing. Oh gosh, what am I doing? What are they called? It's like a garland around her head with leaves and a big flower. You can see the start of the flower. It's going to be so pretty, that flower, I can't wait. And the leaf, it's got so much detail. And the colours, like the shading, it's amazing. I've got to say, Lindsay's charting is really good. There's no like, well, so far there's no just random confetti stitches that you just think, what's the point? Everything seems to flow. They're really fun to stitch. So I've just gone, I think that's over 3 or 4, no. 2 pages, 3 pages, just along the top because I wanted to get to the flower. And what's after the flower? There's another big leaf here. So yeah, but I think I'm gonna work down this first page, get that done, and then work along the top like most of my other ones are. Right, I've only got, I think 4 left. Oh, 5 left. So this one is another one from Cottage Needleworks. I don't have the front images of these with me. I've just got the working copies in the bag. I'm not going to get them. But you've probably seen this one. So this, again, it's not really my style anymore, but I'm going to finish it. It's on 18 count Ada. It is in the colour Pearl Grey. And I'm just on the 3rd house there at the bottom. Is that a thread? Yes. Hanging thread. I use this one for travel. Like if I go to my nana's, I'll take this because she just has like an armchair in the corner and there's not great light there. So this one's nice and easy to stitch on. A lot of white, which is not that fun, but I think I'm going to give this one to my husband's stepmom when it's done. So we'll see if it gets done. This one, another Christmassy one. I've just got the like the front of the PDF of this. It's not a great copy. This is by Shannon Designs. Sugar Sugar Plum Village. And yeah, I think this is so cute. It's a bit like the country cottage ones, but I don't know, I really like it. This one's a more recent start. I don't know when I started these ones. This one got started this year though. No, it might not have. Might have been last year. This one's on 40 count linen from Fox and Rabbit. This was gifted to me at the retreat by Paula, because she likes 40 count and she ordered this and she couldn't stitch on the linen. So she said, oh, why don't you try it, see how you like it. And to be honest, I think it's okay. I can see it, I can stitch on it. I would probably prefer to go with even weave, but I'm quite enjoying this one. And I've still got another piece left. So I've got a plan to start with that other piece. So it's Fox and Rabbit. I can't remember the colour, but I can find that out for next time. So I've just made a start in that top left corner. And I use my own colours for this one. Actually, I think yeah, I think I use my own colours. Did I write it on here? Look at that. I wrote it on the back. So for the red, I used DMC 309. The green, DMC 3364. The pink is DMC 963. The white is B5200. The purple is Aunt Marie's Violet by Classic Colourworks. And the brown is Branded Pears by Classic Colourworks. So that should be pretty. There's still a long way to go on that one, but I'm not in any rush. Because there's loads of like snowflakes and baubles and stuff like that. So that'll just get done when it gets done. Right, I think second to last. This one is called Deep Blue Pixie. Where is it? Iridescent Deep Blue Pixie by Winkin, Blinkin and Odd. I'll show you the mock-up first. This is actually I was given this chart to test the pattern, and she sent me 3 charts, so I've still got another 2 to start. But the other 2 were gifts, and then this one she would like pattern testing. Well, she said just choose one. I just think she's so pretty. She's on Etsy. Very confetti heavy. So I'm parking on this one. And this one's on a 32 count even weave from Chromatic Alchemy in the colour Arcanum. Can you see that? Is it focusing? This is so cringe, I can't. So yeah, I'm parking on this one and it's really tight with the 32 count. And I've had to frog some and that was awful, so I'd rather just park and not have to frog, hopefully. There's a lot of park threads, but that's where I'm up to. I'm just in a hair and the top of a bun at the minute. But look at all those. Like, oh. But I do enjoy this one. When I get it out, I don't get many stitches. I think I had a full day of stitching and I got maybe 500 stitches, which is really not that much for me. But I do like it. Like, I like the intricacy. And then sometimes I like a pattern that is going to like challenge me. And then other times I'll do one that's just like background. So it just depends what mood I'm in. But this fabric is really pretty. It's really hard to photograph. It's quite true there actually. It's probably a bit darker, but really pretty. And then the last one, just got a message, is my chatelaine. This one, oh my god, I've waited to start for ages. It is on my big scroll frame. It is Evening in the Park, I didn't bring a picture of it. Oh God. I've not brought a picture. You've probably already seen it, and I'll get one for next time. But this one, I remember wanting to start it because I've seen Teresa Little Stitcher working on this one, and I love hers. But there was that long wait for Gloriana silks, and to get the kit, it was like 200 and something pounds. So I thought, I didn't want to pay 200 and whatever pounds it was and then wait like 12 months for the threads to come. So I thought, oh, I'll kit it up myself. How hard can it be? It took me a year to kit this thing up and cost me a fortune, but it's all kitted up. I've got all the beads, all the silks. I think I did all the silks, even the MPIs, even though they're not variegated. But seeing as though I'm probably not going to do another one, I thought I'd treat myself. But I did go for the called for colour of fabric, and I wish I would have just waited and got an overdyed one. But after how much I'd already spent on the threads, the beads, the pattern, because I bought the paper pattern and I couldn't read it. I do not recommend the paper patterns, but I paid for that. And then I paid for the PDF. So it ended up costing a fortune. So by that time I thought, well, I'm just going to get the fabric that's called for because it was a bit cheaper, which I wish I waited, but where? And it started and it's pretty. I love it. So let me tighten up the tension a little bit. Gone a long way. Oh. So I'm on part 2, I think it is. I think this centre up to here, the purpley bits, is part 1. And then this blue bit here going around is part 2. It's so sparkly. I don't know if that's coming out on camera, but really pretty. I've not put any beads on yet. Oh, that was another thing I purchased with this, was the scroll frame. This one's from Nurge. And then I bought the shorter, whatever they're called, stretchers. I don't know what they're called. Because the other ones were too long. But this one is really difficult to work on. It's massive, so I put it in my Lowry and then it takes up like half the sofa. So I do tend to only work on it when I'm on my own. The boys are out, usually at football. So then I'll pull it out because I know that I'm not in their way. And that is it. That is all of my whips. I think I probably forgot 1 or 2 somewhere, but as far as I know, that's it. Quickly about my rotation. I have just started. So I work on the lion Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll work on 1 whip at the minute. So that gives me a good few days to get some progress. But we'll see, because I do change my mind. So what I've been doing is spinning the wheel for what the line's the focus, and then whatever else I work on. So next week, it's Gentle Breeze. So I'll work on that, and I'll just keep spinning the wheel each week. And if people watch this video and I end up coming back, I might come back at the beginning of, what's the month? May. Because June's only like 2 weeks away. So I might come back at the beginning of July, 6 weeks, show you what I've worked on, show you any progress, and then I might spin the wheel for the following 4 weeks, work on them, then do an update. But we'll see how it goes, because like I said, no one might watch me. But yeah, I think that's it. I've got a big mess to clean up before my husband gets home from work. So, and my son's been so good, bless him, he's in his room. So I'll let him know that I've finished now. But yeah, so hopefully you like this video and you subscribe to see when I upload next. Like the video if you can, and I'd love to see some comments. I'd love to get to know more people in the community. That's the whole reason why I wanted to do this, was to come out of my shell and get out of my comfort zone and meet new people. So if you want to, please leave me a comment. Any questions I'll answer, and yeah, I'd love to get to know some of you. So with that, I'm going to say bye. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.